Leicester City's first visit to St Andrews for nearly 10 years, and they arrive on top of the Championship table and looking to extend their 5-game unbeaten run in a bid to be Christmas #1. Foxes frightening on the road this season, just 1 defeat in their 10 away days in the Championship. Birmingham City, tonight's opponents, they've gained just 2 wins in the 10 games since Wayne Rooney took charge of them. Their home form, however, remains impressive, losing just once here in the last 10 Championship games. Birmingham victorious in their last outing. That was away from home, 1-0 at Cardiff. They are unchanged today, so it's Rooney in goal. Awu, Roberts, Sanderson and Buchanan as a defence. Sunic and Bielik holding in midfield. Dembele, James and Bakuna supporting Stansfield up front. One change for Leicester following the 3-2 home win against Millwall, with James Justin coming in to replace Connor Cody. So it's Hermansen in goal, it's Ricardo, Vestergaard, Fass and Justin in defence. A midfield of Winks and Didi, Dewsury-Hall, and up front Fatawu, Mavididi and Patson Daka. 2 goals in his 2 games coming into this one tonight. Matt Elliott's alongside me. We apologise for some technical issues we've had in the build-up to this one. But Matt, the fog has died down, the fireworks have died down. I thought for a moment you jumped out of your skin with one of the firecrackers that was let off, but you're ready for the game that is about to take place in front of us.
Stirred me from my slumber, didn't it? That's for sure. Well, they're making some effort to drum up a bit of atmosphere, aren't they, and a vibe around here, and it's the longest intro I've ever seen to a football game. But yeah, well, I suppose it's having some effect, like you say. Just the 1 game they've lost at home.
Yeah.
The stadium's only about 2/3 full, I would say, from the view that I've got, which is not all encompassing. But yeah, no, listen, all the furore and creativity that's gone into this build-up. You can hear the roar of the home supporters and the way in conjunction, and kickoff has just commenced.
We are underway. Birmingham City in blue shirts, blue shorts and white socks. Leicester tonight in orange shirts and white shorts. Matt mentioning the sparse home attendance, but the away section is jam-packed, and Leicester on the attack already with Patson Daka on the left. A scuffed shot cleared away by Birmingham.
Oh, I've been more prone to let Fass have it and condense the play into sort of wide areas and squeeze it a little bit better, but we'll see how that develops. Here comes a free kick.
Bakuna with it, will dink the ball lofted to the far side, a header back across the face of goal. It was a hurried clearance. It's Dembele, brilliant skill, saved at the near post by Mads Hermansen through a crowd of players. Dembele again deflects off a Leicester player. Kiernan Dewsury-Hall sliding to hook the ball clear. Leicester dealing with and surviving a Birmingham onslaught from that free kick that caused all kinds of problems.
Yeah, Leicester not looking as composed dealing with set pieces as they do in general play. Not just tonight, in other games previously as well, but in zonal areas. Here comes a long throw.
Mark Roberts.
Mark Roberts, yeah, but Leicester in certain areas, but it didn't change for Birmingham's bigger players going to the far stick. Ball comes back across, could have been anyone's ball, scrambled it away eventually.
Roberts is eyeing up the long throw. He's up against the advertising hoardings on this near side. In the end, well, it does go long. It just looked for a moment like it would go short the way he walked to the touchline before launching it in. And it was flicked on at the near post, and Hermansen had to tip the ball over the bar in front of those Leicester fans who are watching on nervously at the moment.
Not too easy, hell of a throw.
It's a corner to Birmingham. Bakuna will take Juninho. Bakuna on this right side will take right-footed towards the penalty spot, glancing header. Oh, that's come back off the post, and it's thumped the woodwork, and Leicester escape again. But can they break here with Fatawu? He's coming through the middle. He's got Mavididi with him, and he's found Mavididi, who chipped it over Rooney. And can you believe it? Leicester have scored from Birmingham, hitting the post. A blistering counter-attack that is perfectly executed by Stephy, Mavididi's 6th goal of the season. He was sprinted alongside by Fatawu through the middle. The pass was perfect, the finish was exquisite, and Leicester lead at St Andrews.
Well, some goal. Where do we start? I suppose we better start with the goal. We can come back to the escape from Leicester's point of view, but as they've broken there, Fatawu, they've ended up 2-on-1. It was reminiscent of the Southampton game where Mavididi broke through unopposed. But I thought at the first moment, I thought, do you know what? I thought Fatawu would go and back myself, go and take on the lone defender, but he's played the ball, as it turned out, perfectly. Mavididi in support on his left-hand side, with Bielik there just dribbling right across the face of his own goal. Managed to give it away eventually.
And Leicester have it. The ball was the wrong side of Daka. He just stood on his heels. Chance for a Birmingham break. Stansfield, right-footed. The ball out to this near side to Siriki Dembele, who's certainly been Birmingham's main threat so far in this game. In the penalty area, right side. Pokes it to the edge of the area, back into Stansfield. Right-footed across the face of goal, off the post and in. And Birmingham's response is almost immediate from Jay Stansfield, his 6th of the season. He hadn't scored in his last 6. My word, that was a very composed finish and a very neat build-up from Birmingham. Dembele certainly involved, and as it was fed into Stansfield, he was able to get the ball out of his feet and fire it across Hermansen to give Birmingham an equaliser, and maybe they will argue a deserved equaliser based on the start they have had. Either way, we've got a very exciting opening to this game. Jordan James makes it 1-1 to Birmingham City.
Well, both teams have looked lively going forward, haven't they? Both vulnerable in defence. Speak about Leicester on a couple of occasions, and they've broken through Birmingham's midfield, one of which they converted the goal with Mavididi, but you have to say Birmingham have put a bit of pressure on. They've looked pretty sharp. Dembele, particularly when he's been in possession. James also.
Here's Vestergaard, 30 yards from his own goal, forward to Winks, facing his own goal. Winks delivers it back to Hermansen. Square to Yannick Vestergaard. Leicester unbeaten in their last 5 games, winning 4 of them since those back-to-back defeats against Leeds and Middlesbrough. Here's Mavididi coming forward. Dewsbury-Hall, edge of the area and into the area, and it's a chip ball just beyond Daka. Brilliant touch. John Ruddy took it off the head of Patson Daka, who was leaping and expecting to head the ball into the back of the net. It comes to Fatawu on the far side. He tries to deliver it back into the area, but he gets it all wrong, and he flings the ball high into the sky, hence the ironic cheers as it drops out on this near side for a Birmingham throw.
Well, Harry Winks is going ballistic there at Fatawu. It's the wrong option, as is sometimes the case with the young Ghanaian winger there, but he just skied it and it's gone out. John Ruddy, I'm not sure if he tried to catch it initially, but then he really, even with his huge frame there, he's just got the slightest of touches. It was a great little dink ball. Was it Dewsbury-Hall who dipped it over? But it would have been similar to the weekend for Patson Daka, but here's Stansfield again on the break. He's
on the right hand side, the ball fed to him by Jordan James, comes to the corner of the penalty area. Dembele, Bakuna can turn, but he runs into the force of Ricardo, who stood firm there. And now Leicester can break again. Fatawu looking for Dewsbury-Hall, and he's got the pace, and he's in behind, 18 yards out, goes around John Ruddy. Brilliant goal, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, and Leicester lethal on the break again. Fantastic play from Leicester City. Ricardo with the first challenge to stop Bakuna, then it was Fatawu. First time ball, Dewsbury-Hall turned on the turbo boost. And if the finish from Mavididi was a neat one, so too was the one from Dewsbury-Hall. So cool, so composed, goes around Ruddy and left-footed, just feeds it into the empty net, celebrating in front of those Birmingham fans again. And Leicester, 21 minutes in, back in front at St Andrews.
Seriously, what a goal that is. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. I mean, Leicester just in a matter of seconds, again, have broken from one end to the other. This time, Fatawu and Dewsbury-Hall, he just outstrips the 2 backtracking defenders. Got a question there, pace by the way, but Kiernan, unbelievable athleticism there. And then the control, the composure, take it round the goalkeeper as he approaches Ruddy. You're thinking surely he's going to run out of steam. The touch is going to be heavy, he's going to stumble. Reminiscent to me of like Kagla Soyuncu. It ended up exceptional, but I'm not sure it was preordained. It's like make it up as you go along. It was like one bad touch, put him in a tight situation, and he just wriggled his way out of it amazingly.
Dewsury-Hall on the left side, spins away from Robert, supported by Mavididi, right-footed to James Justin. Will come back down this near side touchline to Kiernan. Dewsury-Hall again. Mavididi backing into his man and trying to keep possession away from Bielik. Leicester bring it back to the halfway line with Yannick Vestergaard. Ricardo, centre of the Birmingham half, lovely turn by Ndidi, lets the ball do the work, then it's out to Fatawu, and it's a cross that's over Ruddy. He was stood motionless there, could have gone anywhere, no one in the Leicester shirt anywhere near that one, but it's back with Leicester possession. Mavididi finding Dewsbury-Hall, he's free on the byline, pulls it back, and it's wide from Patson Daka, left-footed, 7 yards out, and he will feel that he should have been celebrating his 3rd goal in as many games.
Well, I thought it was blocked there. I mean, it's sharp as attack tonight, Dewsbury-Hall.
To make it a nervy finish.
2-1, yeah, of course you always want to extend things. They don't look as secure as normal tonight thus far, but having said that, already Birmingham seems to be, I don't know, not necessarily running out of steam, but their energy is dwindling, yeah.
Ricardo into Daka. Edge of the area, spins to face the goal, then it's out to the left to Mavididi in the box, left side onto his right foot, trying to bend one into the far corner, puts his hands on his head. It was well wide in the end. John Ruddy not troubled, but another promising position that Leicester have worked themselves into.
Yeah, that opening 5-10 minutes, Birmingham gave as good as they got, and probably a touch longer than that, but since then Leicester's play, it's been as impressive as anything I've seen from the Foxes this season. Butterwoo's trying to listen in on the conversation, being a bit cheeky, but they've had a time to sort of reset in the break and haven't seen any influence of that period, have you? Leicester have started strongly again.
Layoff by the back heel of Daka. Dewsbury-Hall first time to Mavididi in the penalty area on the left, right-footed, deflected into the bottom corner, and it's a double for Stephy Mavididi. This one is celebrated in front of those celebrating Leicester City fans. And another sharp Leicester move, the passing precise and incisive, and it ends up on the left of the area with Mavididi onto his right foot. His 7th of the season, his 2nd tonight. Birmingham 1, Leicester 3.
Well, whatever Rooney said to his player certainly didn't work. Far too easy, isn't it? I mean, they've lost the ball in possession there in the middle of the park, dangerous area. Leicester got 4 or 5 players pressurising. All of a sudden, they just bloom into the attack. He gets fed out wide to Mavididi, who's caused all sorts of problems for Ayew all evening. 1v1 scenario is only going to be one winner. Was it a deflection, element of fortune? It seemed to sort of scuffed, yeah, sizable deflection, scuffed its way into the far corner, but far too easy. Ayew left unprotected. Ruddy, no chance. Leicester right in the driving seat.
Dewsbury-Hall showcasing his skills on the far side, but 3 Birmingham players surround the Leicester Academy midfielder to win it back. Ricardo goes back to Hermansen. It's the Leicester City fans now in full voice to our right hand side. Mentioned before, none of them, despite the blue seats behind them, none of them are sat down. Dewsbury-Hall, they're coming forward again and they're looking frightening every time they do so. Dewsbury-Hall towards Fatawu on his left foot, curl to the far post and only just wide of a Leicester 4th. Brilliant play. Every time Leicester come forward, you expect the net to bulge.
Well, nothing's changed. In fact, there's a deterioration from Birmingham since the break. You know, they've had the time to readjust, reassess. Same old problems. So Leicester just carving their way through that midfield area. You know, listen, there's still plenty of room for improvement, but it's been mightily impressive. You know, but for supporters here at Birmingham watching Leicester City live for the first time, they'll be thinking, wow.
Lovely layoff Mavididi to Dewsbury-Hall, who just knew where to be. The cross took a deflection. Daka left-footed just wide. It was an instinctive shot. It wasn't where Dewsbury-Hall was aiming for it to go, but once the cross took a deflection, it fell to Daka, and he took it first time, and he was looking to nestle one into the corner. That was wide. in the Championship. 17 appearances, 2 goals there. And Sanderson in orange boots, puts his foot on the ball forward to Bakuna. Gets it back from Burke, powerfully built, very quick when he gets going, Oliver Burke. Here's Mayoshi on the right, one of the substitutes, into the edge of the area. Touch that was looking for Jordan James and comes through to Jordan James. He's got his second of the night. Well, he kept battling for the ball just inside the penalty area and eventually got his shot away, and maybe via a deflection it's looped over Hermansen. Well, it was 3-2 against Millwall last Wednesday. It's 3-2 here at St Andrews with just over 15 minutes remaining. Mavididi with 2 for Leicester, and there is 2 for Jordan James.
Easy to say in hindsight. I mean, you look at the substitutions and you think, oh, is that giving a little bit of motivation, a bit of encouragement in those situations? Now, speaking of Harry Suter predominantly, I know he's only just been introduced, but got to get straight into the flow of things.
Batawu for Leicester City. We've had 2 of the additional 5. Cassidy, centre of the Birmingham half, lovely reverse ball to Ricardo, back to Cassidy, breaking into the penalty area and places his shot wide. You thought and expected the net to bulge. Super play by Cassidy, started the move, linked up.
But it looks to be, without speaking too soon, that they've done enough to win the game, and rightly so.
Leicester doing the job at the minute. Kiernan Dewsury-Hall taking a short time to pick the ball up to take a throw in over on the far side, about 12 yards from the corner flag. It's into the feet on that far side, and there is the full-time whistle in front of the Leicester fans. Perfect for those Leicester players to celebrate in front of. Leicester winning it 3-2, unbeaten now in their last 6 and just 1 defeat on the road in 11 away games. They started on fire, a goal on the break finished off by Stephy Mavididi. Birmingham equalised through Jordan James on 15 minutes, but Kiernan Dewsury-Hall put Leicester back in front on 21 minutes with another incisive Leicester City breakaway. 3 minutes into the second half, Leicester have made it 3. Mavididi's second of the game via a deflection, dropping into the net. Birmingham made it a nervy end with a goal 15 minutes from time, the second of the night for Jordan James. In truth, Leicester could and should have scored more, but it's another 3 points as they extend their gap in top spot. Full time at St Andrews, it's Birmingham 2, Leicester City 3.